Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy Friday to all of you. I thought I'd make a little small video kind of going over the important dates in the NFL this offseason, because with all the different stuff happening in the offseason, it can get a little bit confusing to keep track of what's happening when and what's happening where. So this will be a little short video just going over the most important dates that you guys should know for the NFL offseason. Now, like I said in previous videos, I'll be coming out with a lot more videos for this offseason. Pretty much just going over each event that's going to happen, like the NFL draft. I made a mock draft last year. I'm going to make another one this year, even though it's going to be a little bit hard because, we only have 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks and beyond. So I'll still do that. I'll make a free agency overview video. But yeah, let's get right into this video. All right, so we begin with February. Obviously, February 3rd, the Super Bowl happened. Probably one of the most boring Super Bowls of all time. I'm glad that's over. But yeah, the offseason officially began. After that, the waiver system is in place February 4th. February 12th, we can actually beginning a new and sign NFL or CFL players whose contracts have expired. I don't know if Ryan Pace is going to look into doing that, but could be a possibility. February 19th, important day. It's the first day for clubs to designate a franchise or transition tag on their players. And even though that might not affect the Bears as much this year, because I don't think we're going to really put the franchise tag on anyone this year, it might affect our potential free agent targets. Like Robbie Gould, the 49ers have said, I think they might franchise tag Robbie Gould. So that's one thing to look out for. And then February 26th to March 4th is the NFL Scouting Combine in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, which I might actually be going to that. So if I go, I'll for sure get some good footage for you guys. But yeah, regardless, that's some really important dates right there, because even though we feel like we have a very solid team, Ryan Pace in the front office, they're still going to be trying to get even more talent, even more depth. So it's going to be an important couple days for our front office to go there, evaluate the players, and see who we want to draft this season. All right, then we go to March, and March is when most of the fun actually happens. So March 5th, prior to 4 p.m. New York time, that's a deadline for clubs to designate the franchise or transition tag on their players. And like I said earlier, that might not affect the Bears that much, but it might affect our potential free agent targets for this year. March 11 to 13 is when we can actually contact and enter into negotiations with free agents that we want to sign. So, whoever we want to sign, if we want to sign Robbie Gould, then this is going to be the time when we can actually contact him and negotiate with him, if possible at all. So, yeah. And then March 13th is when actually the new league year actually begins. So, the 2018 to 2019 year. It begins on March 13th, and this is when you can pretty much, do everything. This is when you can actually sign your free agents officially. It's when you can trade for players and all that. So March 13th is going to be an important day to have circled on your calendar. April is also very important, because April is when, first of all, we have the offseason workout programs on April 15th for us, because we have a returning head coach. So that's going to be pretty important. Restricted free agency, the deadline is April 19th. April 25th to 27th is when the 2019 NFL Draft happens in Tennessee. And although it might not compare in excitement to previous drafts, because we don't have a first-round pick or even a second-round pick, we're not going to be picking until the 3rd day of the draft. I would still watch. If I were you guys, I would still pay attention to all of what's happening in the draft, because first of all, everything that happens in the draft, it really affects every single team in the NFL. Like if the Packers draft a good player, it's definitely going to affect us and what our season could be like. But most of all, it's important to have more depth and more talent on this team. Even though we have a very stacked team, you can never have too much talent. An injury could happen, something could happen. So it's very important that we have another good draft. I think Ryan Pace, as always, he's going to find another late round gem in the 3rd or 4th round. So that's going to be some pretty exciting stuff that I would keep a lookout for. Then we got May. Obviously, May is just mainly for the rookies. Rookie minicamp. Was it the rookie NFL PA rookie premiere? I don't know if any rookies of us are going to get invited, but yeah, May is pretty much for the rookies. June is, June and July, it's pretty much all just a bunch of technical, money stuff, so you guys don't really have to worry about that too much. But yeah, August, then we begin with the Hall of Fame game. August 1st, preseason starts. And then Yeah, August 31st is when we can actually reduce our roster to 53 men. That's going to be the roster that the Bears are going to have for next season. And September, obviously, is when the actual regular season starts on September 5th. And we're going to play that Sunday against the Packers, most likely, I've been hearing. So that is when our actual season begins. It seems so far away, but it's going to get here, you know, hopefully fast. Hopefully with all this news in the offseason, it's going to get here a little bit faster. So that pretty much wraps up this offseason timeline. It's not, guys, prepare yourself because it's not going to be anywhere close to as exciting as last offseason was. And honestly, that's kind of a good thing because we don't need to sign like a lot of new players. Our team is so damn good right now that if we just honestly just keep the same roster for next year, I really feel like we can win a Super Bowl. But obviously, we're going to be signing some new players. We're going to be drafting some new players. We might lose a couple players. So the offseason is still very important. There's still going to be some exciting news for it. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the video. As for the Eddie Jackson highlight video, I know some of you guys were asking about that. I'll be working on it this weekend. I'm not sure when it's going to be out. Hopefully this weekend, Sunday night maybe. Or maybe it might get pushed into next week. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But as always, bear down.